Vimeo is laying off staff globally after its $1.38 billion sale to Bending Spoons. After being bought by Italian tech firm Bending Spoons for about $1.38 billion, Vimeo has cut a large chunk of its workforce, with former employees saying it felt like almost everyone was let go, including reportedly the entire video team, which isn't that like what Vimeo does? Video? Established in 2004, a year prior to YouTube, Vimeo has carved out a niche as a high-end video hosting platform, catering primarily to professional creators and businesses rather than viral entertainment. It's actually the second set of job cuts in a few months. Back in September, Vimeo trimmed about 10% of their staff before the acquisition wrapped. Bending Spoons has a bit of a history of buying tech platforms like WeTransfer, Evernote, Meetup, and then making deep cuts afterward, which makes this feel a little less surprising.
I think you could. I think calling this a bit of a history is completely fair for the person who wrote this, but I will editorialize a little bit and say this is what they do. They enter into spaces, purchase companies up, consolidate, simplify, lay off, fire, take profit, and then who knows after that. Yeah.
Acquisitions. I'm just trying to see like who they... Products. Vimeo, Evernote, Eventbrite, WeTransfer, Meetup, Komoot, AOL, StreamYard, Issuu, MileIQ, Harvest, Brightcove, and Remini. Apparently they have 1,000 employees. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Wow, indeed.
Private equity go brr.
Yeah, no kidding. So here's a question. Doesn't Dropout use Vimeo?
Yes. They do.
Should they use Floatplane?
That'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick. I've always seen getting them on Floatplane as I don't know, the special artifact, the holy grail, whatever. I always thought that would be really cool. I really like what they do over there. Are we ready? I don't know. I think we could be. We would need to do some work to make our thing more like what I think that they want. I'm not sure.
Like that'd be... I wouldn't obviously think that they would just upload to Floatplane. That would be stupid. But
Vimeo,
like if they were to do something like Sauce Plus, where they had their own...
But they do, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't dove into this in a while, but I would make the assumption that Vimeo is just delivering their video.
Yeah.
So their site is actually just theirs anyways. Man, they have so much cool stuff. My goodness. They make so much content. It's actually mind-blowing. They're an extremely interesting company. It's funny because they have a crazy amount of subscribers from what I've heard. I don't know if it's real or not, but they have a wild amount of subscribers, claimed at least. They have a insane amount of like shows and originals and different things that they make, but they're so like not super public because all their stuff is paid access.
Yeah.
And it's just fascinating how like successful they've been at this model. Yeah, I don't know. They're a cool group.
I wonder what that would even look like. Like us just doing infra and not doing the platform.
It would look like yet again something we've never done before. We could do it. We've like theory crafted scenarios where it's something like that, but that's not like becoming Vimeo was never a target because Vimeo existed. You know, like it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This was just linked by Max O'Drive in Floatplane chat. Websites using Vimeo. Download a list of all 2,115,701 current Vimeo customers.
Oh yeah, Built With is a really cool website.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, Built With is awesome, actually.
Huh. I mean, is it at some point should we like try and make it fly, or should we just like not really bother? You know,
one of the problems And this is like, it's a problem, and it's also a big part of the reason why we still exist. So I don't know what you want to call it. But some of the original tenets of Floatplane was basically like, it should always be either neutral or profitable as much as possible.
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
It needs to be as independent and self-reliant as possible. All these other types of things.
Yeah.
All of those pillars that we initially laid out strongly resist explosive growth. How do you build to scale when you can't out hire your profitability?
Yeah.
It's like we set up the pillars to be the least Silicon Valley company possible.
We really did.
While still making a software tool. So the team's like tiny.
Yeah. And incredible, by the way.
Yes.
Just throwing that out there.
The fact that it exists at all at the size of the team is like fascinating. And I've had long conversations with people that have talked to me about how it actually doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, it is a thing, so I don't know what to tell you.
Gibberim says their platform website is a Vimeo website with a Dropout skin. They need active platform support rather than just a backend.
Interesting. Okay.
And Rysaw says Dropout allegedly surpassed 1 million subscribers recently. Could Floatplane handle that kind of load? I mean, I don't see any reason why we couldn't scale to accommodate it.
Theoretically, we could scale to that, yeah.
Like Floatplane it's small, but not because it has to be. Mm-hmm. It's small because it keeps costs manageable. I
don't know what features they have and stuff though. Like I deep dove this a while ago, but it's been a while.
I would think they would have a lot more in the way of like analytics and tracking than we do. Like we're pretty loosey goosey about that.
They can gift subscriptions.
Yeah. We should really have that.
We should do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also trial subscriptions and stuff.
Yeah. So like, there's things we would need
whenever
to
you get
do.
to it, Luke.
Whenever
it's convenient.
We're not ready this second. I would have loved to be. I wish this happened a little bit later because I would love to work with them. Not even because the 1 million subscribers thing. Obviously, company hat on. That's really cool. But like, I just think like, man, there's such a unique, like, I find talking to creators at events fascinating. Like, Open Sauce is one of my favorite events to go to because you can just hang around with a huge variety of different creators all the time and just talk about like what they're doing and how it's working. And man, is Dropout unique. Like, my God.
Rysaw says they've been getting some flack for low quality merch. Maybe you could help them there too. I don't know. We're at this weird kind of inflection point where I think we kind of have to decide where we're going. We're not really continuing to scale the way that we used to years ago, just on our own. And we're not really, it would require a large investment and a huge leap of faith to become like a creator services company in the way that I think you guys are kind of envisioning as a future for LMG / CW / Floatplane. And it's not an easy decision, right? Because I've gotten pretty comfortable. Do I want to bet it all again? Do I want to convince my wife to bet it all again? For what?
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't think it would change my quality of life if LMG CW FP was a 10 times larger company.
And that's the thing, like we could, I don't know. It's,
I don't love the idea of bringing in venture capital to take a chunk, to inject the cash, to build and scale this thing. Managing people is the thing I like least about my job. To be clear, it's not that I don't like the people. I love the team that I get to work with every day. That's one of the most privileged things about my life, actually.
Turns out managing people is not hanging out with people.
Yeah. It's so lame. I hate doing that, and nothing that I can... I don't know. HioBiz says a company I worked for hit about 60 employees and stopped growing, and it worked well. I don't think chasing more and more is always the best. I really liked working there. Yeah. But I bet you outgrew it. So
that's another thing. It's there's never a perfect answer. There's people on the team that will not want to grow. I mean, I've been rather outspoken about not having wanted to grow. And then, I mean, I think we've felt the pain of that growth. We've also reaped the benefits of that growth.
Yeah,
it's not a simple answer. But there's some people that won't stay if you do that forced growth, and there's people that won't stay if you don't.
Yeah.
So it's like
Stephen J asks, have you ever thought of putting CW outside of the merch space? Not that we call it merch anymore. You have such quality products. I just bought a bunch of the plain shirts, and when they arrived, my thoughts were like, why aren't these just a product? And they are from our point of view. And yeah, we'd love to, but it's like, it's not that simple. Like from a logistics standpoint, from an economic standpoint, like you like on paper, right? It seems simple. Luke underscore Laffer, Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, well, like, yeah. Not lately.
Yeah.
But like, okay.
Sure.
So Luke.
Sure.
Luke gets this cleanup wizard shirt from LTT store, and he goes, oh, sorry, who makes this? And do the labels say CW yet, or do they say LTT still?
It looks like it does. Yes, CW.
Yeah. So he sees this label and he goes, oh, wow, Creator Warehouse. I'm a creator, and I wear things, and I'm in a house. Wow, it's a match made in heaven. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I'd love for my Luke Laffer, I'm going to make a Burb shirt, and it's just going to be a budgie on the front. And the budgie is going to be looking like this, and it's just going to be thinking, it's going to have a thought bubble, and it's going to be like Burb.
It's going to be like war.
Sure. You know what? Love it. Burb War shirt. And 10 of 10. Jeremian says, I would buy.
One sale.
Okay.
Yes.
Now what? Luke has this idea. He has this shirt that he's like, this is pretty cool. How do we get that graphic on the shirt? How do we get it onto a website where you will buy it? How do we manage Luke's exposure to this inventory?
I don't want any exposure.
No, he doesn't. How do we manage the lead times of the inventory that we will, I guess, we have to carry now so that he has blank shirts for him to print Burb on once in a while whenever he feels like it? What will be the minimum print quantities for the print shop that we work with? We don't own our own print shop. We work with a local company, and then there's another print shop in the States that we work on next to our US 3PL that's going to be helping us out in the near future. They actually did some really nice prints recently that I'm going to be
the chat. Just print on demand, dummy.
Yeah. Okay. Who will do it? What will be the costs of that?
Times.
Yeah. Like silk screening is way more cost effective over a certain quantity, and print on demand, direct to garment printing is way more cost effective for very low quantities. But these are going to be really expensive shirts, and that's just...
Oh, I meant like lead times. Like how long will it take you to get the shirt?
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. It'll
way longer.
Take a minute. It's... Hurley Time says, just open your own print shop. I mean, yeah, if I had a casual, I think the last time we looked into it is around $400,000 to $600,000 worth of equipment. Plus we need a space. If and people here are going to be managing it, it's going to need to be a space around here, which is money.
Big money.
Staff, like nothing is that simple. How will we make sure that the customers that are buying from Luke all paid the taxes correctly and all the like customs and whatever nonsense on their shipment, and we make sure that are we handling Luke's accounting now? Will he remit all of those correctly and properly? Is that our responsibility, or is that his?
There's also like Wanshow Bingo said, print to order is the only real solution. Have a 3 to 5 week time on all orders. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know if I want the shirt that I just bought to show up in 2 months. Like, that's always been really frustrating for me about print to order stuff. Is like, I don't know, am I a spoiled I have it now dopamine machine? Maybe, but like 5 weeks lead time. I'm assuming that's just production, and then they actually have to ship it and stuff. Like, that's a really long time to wait.
Yeah, and to be clear, these are all things that are solvable. So everyone who's suggesting solutions, you are 100% right. But the question is that where we want to invest our time, and is that where we want to invest our capital? Because we have a limited amount of both of those things. What if instead of doing any of that, I just made another video every week? That'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Probably higher profit margins.
And we have room for that.
And I already know how to do that.
We have upload slots.
Yep. Or we just make another really cool product for LTT Store, and then we don't have to split margin with another creator.
We do another podcast.
Yeah, we'll do the white dudes with facial hair podcast.
There isn't enough white dudes with facial hair podcasts.
You're right.
We should add another one.
You're
That's
100%
what the market
right.
needs.
I agree with you.
The market is asking for us.
I agree with you so completely that, like, if I agreed with you any more, we'd probably start beating each other off. Mm-hmm. We need more white dudes with facial hair circle jerking in the podcast space. Mm-hmm. Maybe we could innovate by having 3 white dudes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we could get another chair. I could sit in the corner.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't be in the corner because we'd have to be in a circle. Obviously, it's just physics, Dan.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, like a triangle fits into a circle.
Oh, he wants a cuck chair. Thanks, Dan. See you later.
Yeah.
Didn't get it.
That's fine. That's okay. I got more cocks for you later.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I mean, we had a conversation about like how cool it would be to be the back end for Dropout like a month ago in like a Floatplane staff call, and everybody was like, "Yeah, sick." Also, not quite ready for that right now, but like that would be sick. We want to focus on our app. We want to actually get a TV app out there. Like we're not blind to the things that people have been asking for. We want to get those things figured out. We've been having some trouble with our app where there's a new head of... Did I talk about that? I don't name them, but I can say that it exists. The new role that was hired.
Go for it. Okay.
There's a new head of HR in here, and I've already talked to them about hiring for app dev for Floatplane. Like we want to figure that out. If that's figured out, though, there isn't like a ton left. Like we're not ready, but we're not far from being ready.
And we spent like a solid like 2 years, dealing with a bunch of the like early days tech debt and stuff to the point where we're
in a pretty good spot.
Pretty modern in terms of like the tech stack. We're pretty scalable. The team, like I said, is super smart, and I think would be like ready for a challenge as long as they're resourced appropriately. Like we're
just small.
Yeah, it's small.